Okay, I think we have lighting pretty good today. I've had to get into a different position because we have a lot of reflection of the sun on the snow today. So, morning. This is Diana Hinkle, and this is our continuing education. And today is Monday, the 19th of February. It's President's Day. So there's a lot of people not on the road today. It's a holiday, which is a good thing because here in the Northwest, we actually had snow yesterday, and we are some of the coldest temperatures that we've been for a while. In fact, we're looking at breaking some cold records. So I don't mind the cold, but when you have animals that, not a lot of water gets frozen, and that's a lot of extra effort when you have those animals and they need the water. So, and you got to roll up hoses. You can't just leave them lay out. So there's a lot of extra work. So, but that's okay because otherwise I wouldn't have my animals if I didn't like doing that. So this continuing education is to learn more about essential oils and other products that you can use in your health and wellness. And of course, there's a lot of things that have not been evaluated by the FDA. So I'm only here to give you suggestions and some ideas of what I've used and are using for health and wellness and what's been helpful for other people. Now, a little bit about me is, for some of you that most of you do know me, but there's a lot of you that don't. I left the dental world after 30 years and to pursue doTERRA as a career move, as I found out that after 9 months of using the products and learning more about the products and learning about essential oils in general, I felt that there was a lot of people out there that have no clue what essential oils are because I didn't. So who else can I teach so that they too can learn what they can have in their home to be empowered themselves? Instead of us waiting to go to the doctor and finding out what's wrong, when we have the first signs of any issue, we have the power at home so that hopefully we don't have to go to the doctor. But if you do need to go to the doctor, please do so. If you need to be diagnosed with something, then that's a great thing because then you know what steps you can take and you have choices. And so that way you know that there are choices. So there are over-the-counter medications. The doctor can prescribe you medication. But what about natural remedies or solutions that are easy, they're safe, and they're cost-effective? Okay, so let's look at that a little bit. So the last few days, I have actually had a cold, and it's been a lot in my chest, and now it's gone to my nose, and then actually I can breathe pretty good. I sound pretty good today. And I actually started eating after about yesterday was the first day I really ate anything. I hadn't really been eating anything. A lot of liquids. It is very important that as you have any type of respiratory issue, because that's kind of what I'm going towards, is actually looking at the respiratory system, is you want to use and drink a lot of fluids. It's very important to do that. So when we look at the respiratory system in itself, what's its function? The function of the respiratory system is to actually carry oxygen to the bloodstream, right? And it goes to our bronchial tubes, and it helps filter all the junk. So when something happens to the respiratory and that's no longer in service, you might say, then what can we do to get it back in service, to get it back up to par, right? Well, luckily for myself and my husband and my family in general, is we have something that we can reach for on the first signs of something happening. Does it always work? No, but at least we have something that can help battle whatever it is we're trying to battle. So first off, there are 3 ways to use essential oils. There's aromatically, which is their fastest response. Okay, that's through the nose when you can breathe. And then There is topical application, so you just put it wherever the ailment is, back of your neck, behind your ears, bottom of the feet. Those are great places to put your essential oils. Now, have you ever put on like a lotion with a really thick fragrance? It's a really, really nice fragrance, and you put that lotion on you and you can taste it. Do you ever have that happen? Well, that's what topical means. Topical will get into the bloodstream, even aromatically, gets into the bloodstream within 30 seconds. So that's an amazing power behind essential oils. So when you're looking at that, you have to look at where are you going with it. Do you want it topically? Do you want to inhale it? Do you want to use it internally? Now, not all essential oils are created equal, so make sure that whatever essential oil you're using is meant to be used internally. It should have an indication on the bottle. Now, I use doTERRA essential oils. I love the fact that I was introduced to doTERRA. The company is awesome. Their integrity of the product is 100%. They have what we call certified pure therapeutic grade. They stand behind their product 100%. That gives me a lot of sense of security and a lot of, in my mind that I know I'm getting the best product possible on the planet. In fact, doTERRA is so good about that they became the largest essential oil company in less than 5 years. That's surpassed what Nike did. So if you kind of think about what Nike is and what a company they are, then that's doTERRA. We're over 5 million people strong at this point and globally. And I think that's an incredible achievement by a company in any means. And they started in the height of a recession even. So you have to think about that in terms of what their product stands for and what it really is. So with doTERRA, how you know if it's meant for internal consumption is there's a supplement fact on the bottle. It actually tells you that you can put 1 drop in 4 fluid ounces of liquid, okay? Now I'm going to show you some of my best friends over the last couple days. Number one thing that for my husband and myself, and my husband, for those of you that know him, and you might not know him, he's outside every single day, and that's what his job entails, okay? And so we use a product called On Guard Plus, and it's this little bottle here, okay? It is 60 soft gels in here, and they're actually quite small. They're that small. And they have, they are the On Guard blend that doTERRA has, and with the cinnamon, wild orange, clove. Clove is the highest antioxidant that you can get. And there's also black pepper, and I have to apologize in advance that if I start coughing, it's because I get stuff stuck. I can't get a breath, so I'll apologize in advance because that's going to happen. It also has black pepper, which is what I'm wearing right now, and there's cinnamon, of course, and the eucalyptus, the oregano, the rosemary, okay, and Melissa. Melissa is great for respiratory issues. And the black pepper, however, is something that is awesome for respiratory. It's also good for digestion. And I actually since I have horses, there's a lot of times when I get to ask the horse what they want. And it's so fun to be able to do that. And I once had an owner ask me to pick an oil that I thought the horse would not like. And so I chose black pepper. And we were all shocked when this horse was like all over that black pepper. And we're like, and even myself, I'm like, wait, what? I had to do a little bit of research real quick, find out more about the compounds within that product. to find out why this horse was interested in this black pepper. And so what we found out was the compounds, and what the oil does is exactly the issues that this horse was having. So the calming issues, the respiratory issues, the digestive issues, everything together was exactly what this horse needed. And it was like, we were all surprised. So never wonder about essential oils, because horses in general will tell you what they need, which is fun. Sorry. Us, on the other hand, totally different world. We kind of tend to, oh, I'll be miserable for a while. Don't know how many people that I go talk to that are miserable. Hey, I have something you could use. No, I'm fine. And it's like, really? Okay. Sorry, I have to take a drink. And I actually probably shouldn't, but I have coffee with frankincense in it. Okay, frankincense is a really good, great anti-inflammatory. I love it. The person that ever introduced me to frankincense in my coffee was like, wait, what? And it actually has a nutty flavor to it. It's really not bad. Okay, I don't know if I'd want more than 1 drop, but 1 drop is fine. And it helps pick up congestion. So back to the On Guard Plus. This product is what we will take. We'll take 2 of these when we first feel something coming on like that, you know, the tickle in the throat. That's probably our #1 little sign that, oh no, something's coming on, right? So think about this as, you know, next time, be prepared, okay? I don't ever not have this in my medicine cabinet. So for me, it's important just as much as it might be for someone to have Pepto-Bismol, or just cough drops in general. My other go-to product has been the Breathe, which is this. Okay. Now this is the touch oil, meaning that it comes in a 10 ml roller. This is the roller. Okay. So it's easy to apply, and it's already mixed with a coconut oil. It's super simple, and it lasts a long time. That is one thing about the essential oils. They will last a long, long time. Now, if you're not interested in the oil because it was easy, because all I have to do is take this, and I'm going to move my screen a little bit, and just apply it right here. Really easy. And then breathe it in. Inhale. And that's one thing you want to do, is inhale it. Now, there is something easier. It's a Breathe stick. And it's mine's pretty much gone. I'm kind of like scraping out the bottom of the bowl kind of thing. And this is even safe for your infants, you know, your brand new babies. Okay, I have used this on infants, and it works wonderful. My other, oh, by the way, the blend in this, there's the eucalyptus in here again, which is good for respiratory. And you also have your, besides the coconut oil, you have the melaleuca, which is a big antibacterial, right? You also have, I'm going to read this through you, if I can read it today. You also have Ravensara, and you have lemon in here. So some really great benefits to all of those. Lemon is a great detoxifier of your liver. So think about that, right? And then my other one is how many times you're taught you should be washing your hands all the time, especially if you're sick. But when you're out and about, how often can you wash your hands? You can't. How many of you actually take and handle a hand sanitizer? Do you carry it with you? Most of us probably don't, because we don't think about that. But how many things have you touched in between blowing your nose, wiping your nose, or whatever? How many things have you touched in between? What about us women in our purses? How much bacteria is on our purse or in our purse? What about men and their wallets? Okay, this is the things we don't think about, right? So I also carry On Guard hand sanitizer. Love this product. It comes in this pump bottle, so it's all prepared for you. You don't have to worry or do anything. You don't have to fuss about it. It smells really good. And it, again, is the On Guard product with the cinnamon and the clove. And it's a wonderful, wonderful product. So there's a lot of, if you go to pubmed.org, there is, you can find some science information, or you can just go to doTERRA.com, and there's a lot of information in there. There's scientific information in there. There's our studies that are going on in there, the people that we're partnering with the cancer centers or doctors and hospitals that we are partnering with to do a lot of studies. And you can find a lot of the information there. So doTERRA.com is the only place you need to go. Another Breathe product that comes in the respiratory drop. This has been quite good too. Okay, I like how they finally put it in a not a clear package, but I know it's the Breathe drop and not my On Guard. It used to be that we had the clear, they're on both, and we wouldn't know which one was which. So they've made that very clear for us. So the Breathe is just as it is, same as the oil, except they made it so that it's, you can ingest it. The Breathe oil you cannot ingest. And this is the On Guard drop, so this is supports my immune system, because your immune system is weak, right? So you've got to help bring that back up to par as well. So my immune system with the On Guard Plus and the respiratory, then my On Guard drops, right? Then my hand sanitizer. So again, I'm using a hand sanitizer. Not only am I taking care of bacteria and germs on my hands, but I'm also helping improve my immune support. And then I've got all my Breathe products, right? Now you can do just like eucalyptus or rosemary or lime. There's plenty of different essential oils that can be used for respiratory support. In fact, I'm going to read you a couple of things because these are two totally different books. And this is the Essential Life book. Love this book because I think it's great for a beginner, because it has a lot of information in there that you can utilize and start learning about the essential oils. There's actually in this book, there are 5 pages worth of respiratory on what respiratory is. It tells you the top solutions. It gives you usages. It gives you remedies, all kinds of different remedies, different conditions of respiratory, so that you can address the specific one that you are dealing with, which I think is very important, because each area, the system in itself is great, but if you can localize the condition of you, right, and where the issue is, then that can help you get well that much faster, right? So in no means is this to say that this is gonna be the best thing for you and don't go see a doctor. This is to help that when you first have signs of anything coming on, you have something in your home that you can use to help you get well. If you are not getting better within a couple of days, please go see a doctor and don't let it go out of hand. And if never ever think that this is going to replace your doctor, because your doctor needs to know you, and especially with the flu going around right now, it's not worth taking any risks at all. And in my opinion, because once you are diagnosed with something, then you have the choice. That's where the choice is yours. You can either do both, you can do one or the other. You decide what you feel is best for you, okay? And for me, this is my health care at this point, because I don't have outside insurance. And so when I go to the doctor, I pay for myself, okay? So if I can eliminate that cost of course I'm going to try my best, but if I still need to go, I'm going to go. Okay. I have a mother that's very, very big on that, especially lately. Let's see, solutions for this particular book, the Life Essential book, the Essential Life book. They talk about black pepper, eucalyptus, peppermint, rosemary, and then it goes into related properties of like anti-inflammatory or antispasmodic. So all these are different compounds within essential oils. So that's what you want to look at too. So it talks about supplements and different blends. It talks about the different remedies like gargling with salt water. You can use 1 to 2 drops of your essential oil of your choice, whether that's the black pepper, whether that's On Guard, whether it's rosemary. You can decide what you want to use instead of just a salt water, right? And sometimes salt water isn't the best thing, especially if you have high blood pressure. You diffuse in the air, diffuse in a water bath diffuser, which is really good, especially because if you've been sick, you're coughing, sneezing, blowing your nose, what's hanging around in your home? So now it's time to clean up the pathogens within the air circulation of your home so that everybody else doesn't get sick, because typically that's what happens. It goes through the whole house. That's part of the problem. That's the process. So how can you kind of nip that in the butt before it gets really bad or out of hand, right? And everybody in the house is sick and you're all miserable. Use a diffuser, diffuse around the clock, basically, okay? Sorry. Change up what's in your diffuser. Don't diffuse the same ones over and over again. Change it up a little bit. You know, like use rosemary and lime together, then use breathe and black pepper together. Whatever smells good to you as well. Don't just put something in there that you don't like it. Make sure that you like the 2 smells together, or 3, right? You can do a homemade cough syrup. You can use hot tea and put your essential oils in that. That's another great way of getting your essential oils in you, and then also getting your liquids in you as well. So you can use juices to help with your internal consumption of your essential oils. There's just a lot, you know. Some of us, you know, what about a singer's voice or anything like that? So there's a lot here that can be. I love this book. You find this at oillife.com is where you find that. So oillife.com. And then there's another book. I get this one. It's called The Modern Essential Book. That's this one here. Okay, they're 2 totally different books. You can see that there's a difference in how big this one is compared to this one. Okay, so there's a lot more information in here, and it has a quick reference chart in the in the front of it, which I really like. It has a lot of great recipes in there too. But this one here, I'm just looking in the back under respiratory, and this is the other thing that you're going to find. This is going to say something different than this book. Okay. And you're going to go online and you're going to find something different. So what happens is everybody that is doing their research are looking at different areas, and so, or different, their research takes them in different places. We might get some of the same ideas or same research, but we're going to have something different. So in this case, for the oils that they recommend are the Respiratory blend, which is the Breathe product, eucalyptus, peppermint, Douglas fir, cinnamon, the protective blend, which is On Guard, cardamom, melaleuca, white fir, which we don't have white fir anymore, so it's Siberian fir, clary sage, fennel, helichrysum, marjoram, oregano, and oregano is a natural antibiotic, so that you guys know that. Bergamot, clove's the highest antioxidant you can get on the planet. Frankincense, lemon, rosemary, and lime. Okay, And that's in order of from the most best to the least, okay? Um, now, of course, some of those are in the other book. Some of them are not. So that's why you take a look. You don't use all of them. You decide which ones you want to use. You decide which ones you have and that you want to use. And if things aren't getting better in a couple of days, then you either need to change it up or go see the doctor. The other thing that most of us do not do is we don't use our products enough, okay? Or we start getting better and then we quit taking or quit our protocol. So how many of you have ever gotten a prescription from a doctor and it says take 7 to 10, you have either 7 days or 10 days? How many of you get better within 5 days and then stop taking it? I know I'm guilty of that. But then for some of us, depending on the circumstance, you stop taking that medication and then all of a sudden, a few weeks later, you get sick again. Well, there's a reason for that, okay? It's important that whatever protocol we decide to do, that we continue until all symptoms are gone, okay? What happens is that virus, that bacterium, whatever it is that's going on in the body, it sits there and waits. Okay? It's not all gone, but it's enough to make you feel better until circumstances are right again. You get stressed out, tired, whatever the case, and all of a sudden it starts mutating again. And then you get sick and it comes back with a vengeance this time. Okay? So it's very important to continue your protocol until every single symptom is totally gone. Okay? Not until you just feel better. Go beyond the feel better stage. Okay? And when you're using essential oils, if you're using them every 2 to 3 hours at least, then that's when you're going to get on top of whatever's happening in like your respiratory system or your digestive system, immune system, whatever is going on. Use them 2 to 3 hours to help it stay in the system, because the body naturally just flushes it out after 3 to 4 hours. So just like medication, whether it's 3 times a day or 4 times a day, that's wise, because depending on that medication, it can stay in your system up to so many hours. And so that's why they have you take it 3 or 4 times a day. Okay. If it's a 12-hour type medication, then like some of your allergy medications are 12 hours, or some of your mucus blend over-the-counter are 12 hours. Well, it's because it's a time release thing in the body from that capsule or from that tablet. Okay. So make sure that whatever you're doing, continue it until you're done with symptoms, and go at least another day or 2 with your protocol after you think you're well, so that it doesn't come back with a vengeance. So with that, I think I've got through it. We know that we can use essential oils 3 ways: aromatic, topical, and internal. Okay, this is not every essential oil. So if you're going to go look at essential oils, make sure that you're reading the label. Ask questions, okay? Please ask questions. Some people have no idea what essential oils are, and they look at the price and think that, well, the mid-price one should be good, right? Not necessarily, okay? So we do know that there are some great essential oils out there. doTERRA, I feel, is the #1. They are the largest essential oil in the world. There can't be there's a reason why for that, right? It's not just the education that we give behind the product. It's the product that sells itself. And there's a reason why, because it's certified pure therapeutic grade, and that's important because it's consistent in its quality, so that we can use it in our wellness program, okay, as a lifestyle. because that's truly what this is all about, lifestyle. So aromatic, topical, internal usage, diffuse in the air, that's important too. Take care of yourself, take care of your systems, and keep your immune system up to par. And, you know, sometimes you just wake up with things and you don't know where it comes from. And I've had that happen to me many times. This is one of those. Nobody else in my family has been sick, but I've gotten it from somewhere. So, you guys, if you love what you've heard today and someone has shared this video with you and you think that this is something that you want to put into your own home, get with the person that shared it with you and they will help you get your essential oils for the best price and help you pay it forward to your budget, because everybody has a budget. I do. And I want to make sure that you guys know what the difference is and how you can pay it forward to the budget. Especially because doTERRA has an also awfully great, it's a wonderful, I should say, loyalty rewards program. A lot of reward programs out there, and doTERRA has one too. So, with that said, you guys have a wonderful day. If you'd like to join us again, I would love to have you on a live call. If you are interested in having these sent directly to your phone, the live link and the replay, you can text the word Heavens Oil, that's HEAVENS oil, OIL, Heavens Oil, to 81010. So text 81010 and text the word Heavens Oil. And I'd love to have you on. If you come on live and if you've got some information you want to share, I would love to hear that. And you share what it is that you know. So this is every Monday morning, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, so every Monday morning. And I've only missed one time, I think. But you guys have a great day. I don't try to keep these too long, usually about 30 minutes or so. And I hope you get a lot of great information out of this and value for what I have been able to give you. Anybody has, always contact me if you need to. It's heavenscentoil@gmail.com. That's my email address. Give me a email and send me one, and I can answer questions or help you out one way or the other. So that's Heaven Sent, SENT, heavenscentoil@gmail.com. And again, if you want the link, the live link, and replays to your phone, your smartphone, text the word Heavens Oil at 81010. So 81010. All right, talk to you guys next week, and you guys have a wonderful week. See ya.